Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Baseball in the Arizona desert, 111 degrees again today, but fans undeterred, including those rooting for the Padres. Here at Chase Field, Game 2, the Padres and Diamondbacks. Arizona just 4.5 games off the Dodgers lead, powered by Paul Goldschmidt. Write him in as a serious MVP candidate this year. The roof is closed. We're ready to go. San Diego Padres, Arizona Diamondbacks are 4-4 on the season series and set to go here in Game 2 of the 3-game weekend set. And good evening, everyone. A happy Saturday from Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. Pleased that you've joined us. The Padres losers last night 4-2. They had opportunities. Too many left on base, 11 stranded. And they go after Arizona tonight.
Tyson Ross on the hill making his 15th start. Smooth sailing, hopefully, for Tyson Ross as we start out, because the mechanics can get out of whack in real time. The release point can be out of whack as well. But career versus Diamondbacks, this is what bodes well for the big right-hander. 2-3 record below 500, but the 3 ERA, and opponents only hitting 242. What is it for Tyson Ross? The movement of the two-seam fastball, locating, executing that, and getting an account to where he can wipe them out with that number 3 slider of his. That's the wipeout pitch for the strikeouts.
But you know what Tyson Ross needs? The last 2 starts, the Padres gave him 1 run in each of those 2 games. So they need to offer some support, and they're leaving too many men in scoring position.
They need some RESPECT with RISP. That's respect with runners in scoring position, and that's why the Padres acquired the hitters they did. They did a poor job last night, in the last 39 games only hitting .212. That doesn't bode well with Kemp, Upton, guys, and they're accountable. They know they've got to come through. And with the 3-7 record the last 10 games, only 2.7 runs, and that ranking right there, 28, that's in Major League Baseball, folks, not just in the National League. This is what they came here for. They're not coming through. Hoping they turn around for Pat Murphy tonight.
And a case in point last night with second and third occupied, the tying run at second, the Padres unable to get that big hit in the ninth. So another night, the Padres start 6 games behind the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are losing again to San Francisco. Off-season additions, high expectations. Players are not happy with their record. Are they playing tight? Pat Murphy joins KRIS with his thoughts.
Welcome back. Justin Upton getting ready for Game 2 between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Pat Murphy had an interesting way of describing what his team needs to play like. Not Baxter. He wants them to play like woodpeckers. Just keep pecking and pecking away until you earn a win. He also says he wants the team to play a little bit loose, have some fun. Sounds easy, right? So how do you do it, Coach?
They got to understand how it's getting in the way and squeeze it too tight. And, you know, I'm guilty of it too. You know, I want it real bad, and it's not something that's like an easy solution or a 1, 2, 3. But when you want it real bad, sometimes you squeeze it too tight, and this club wants it. I can feel it.
So a lot of expectations. That's what leads you to play tight. But these guys are ready to play Game 2 and start things off on a win streak. We got first pitch. Tyson Ross will take the mound, trying to get the Padres back in the win column today. Game 2, Padres, D-backs when we return.
Your San Diego Lexus dealer. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com. See how much you could save. Blistering hot outside. The roof closed, 79 degrees. A comfortable inner temperature here at Chase Field as we check the Padres lineup, brought to you by Toyota. And the new skipper, Murphy, has shaken up the list. Melvin Upton will start it off. Derek Norris is at first base. Then Justin Upton and Matt Kemp, usual spots. Will Middlebrooks moves up into the 5-hole against the starting left-handed pitcher. Clint Barmas at shortstop, but Alexi Amarista moves over to second base tonight. Austin Hedges, the young catcher behind the plate, and Tyson Ross on the mound.
23-year-old Robbie Ray on the hill for the Diamondbacks, and the scouting report is brought to you by Verizon Wireless. This left-hander's pitched well since being with the Diamondbacks. Exploding fastball. He can go up the ladder by design, and that slider to the back foot to the righties with 2 strikes. Heavy right-handed lineup tonight for the San Diego Padres. Only one lefty. That's Alexi Amarista. Let's see if he utilizes that slider.
Just 23 years of age, Ray, from Brentwood, Tennessee. And he's had 4 outstanding starts as a D-back, allowing only 3 runs in those 4 games. Primarily the fastball. He says he's given up on the slider. We'll see. Melvin Upton settles in. We're underway in Arizona. And the first pitch at 93. Upton with 18 at-bats as a Padre, 3 hits. Another fastball, and he hikes it up another 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, left-handers that throw 95 plus don't grow on trees. Not a lot of them out there.
A lot of trees, but not a lot of left-handers.
Right.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight fastballs, 93, 95, and 94, and Upton takes a seat. A check of the Arizona defense tonight behind Robbie Ray. As the outfield of Peralta in left, Pollock in center. Dorn is the right fielder, with Yasmani Tomas injured, hitting the elbow last night by a pitch. Lamb, Pennington, Owings, and Goldschmidt around the horn, with Castillo, the former Cub, behind the plate.
4th fewest errors for these Diamondbacks. They can catch the ball. Pretty good defensively.
Derek Norris, been outstanding against left-handed pitching all year. 256 is overall average with 8 home runs. Solid 40 runs batted in. Ground ball toward the hole, actually closer to Lamb, the third baseman. The long throw, and just in time. Once again, infielders around the league underestimating the speed of Norris, who makes every play close. You better get the ball over to your first baseman.
Hey, kudos. Hats off to Derek Norris. This is a routine grounder, but the catcher for the Padres is busting it down the line and breaking that tape at the finish line. They get it by a half step.
Old scrap iron can move.
Yep. That rubs off to the other guys in that dugout as well when they see Derek Norris bust his tail like that.
Next up, the former #1 draft pick overall of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Justin Upton. And he has come back to punish the D-backs, hitting .362 with 8 home runs against his former team. Comes out swinging on another fastball.
Well, Robbie Ray right out of the gate is saying, hey, Padre hitters, here's a fastball. See how far you can hit it.
He's 6'2" and 195 pounds. A 95-mile-an-hour heater. He was selected by the Washington Nationals 5 years ago in the 12th round, so a lot of folks had a chance to select him out of high school. That looked like a little cutter.
Yep. Little movement into the belt buckle on the inside part of the plate. Glove slide from Robbie Ray.
Upton, the club leader in home runs, RBIs, walks, and he draws the first changeup from Ray. It's 3-1.
Pretty basic delivery from Ray. Shows you a little bit of the name and number. Kind of twirls those hips a little bit. Not a long strider, but really gets up and extended and a high backside, which I like. That back foot coming up. That means he's really getting on top and getting through those pitches.
Upton was on that fastball, but fouls it straight back. Just a young left-hander, and he was acquired from Detroit for a couple of minor leaguers and Didi Gregorius, who immediately went on to the Yankees. Another foul straight back. That means he's on it.
Well, he threw a changeup to Derek Norris to ground out to third base. He topped that pitch. I still think he's going to challenge him here, 3-2 with the fastball.
Against the Angels, his last start, 84 of his 100 pitches were fastballs. And he strikes out Upton. 2 punch-outs, a very impressive start for the lefty Robbie Ray. He brought his fastball in the first inning.
Tyson is really smooth with his delivery.
Out of there.
The Tyson Ross slider that we know and love.
A wicked pitch again for Ross. So Tyson Ross attacks this Arizona team that leads the National League in most runs scored. And final in from Los Angeles. The Giants have just defeated the Dodgers 6-2. So the winner of this game jumps a full game closer to the top spot in the West. Ground ball on the first pitch right to Amarista, playing second base tonight. Boy, the ball finds you in a hurry if you change positions. Pollock is out 4-3. A look at the Arizona Diamondbacks lineup. Brought to you by Hyundai. Pollock, then Lamb. Goldschmidt, of course, is the big star. David Peralta in the cleanup spot. Danny Dorn hits fifth as Tomas not back in the lineup after being hit in the elbow by Shields last night. Chris Owings gets a start at second. Then Castillo, Pennington, and the pitcher Ray. Here's Lamb hitting .295.
Scouting report for right-hander Tyson Ross, making his 15th start of the season. The power two-seamer, which he locates well at times, and the wipeout slider. Scouting report brought to you by Montalvo.
A ball and a strike to Lamb, with Goldschmidt waiting his turn. So the Giants have moved to within a half game of the Dodgers. He goes around. There's the slider. And if Arizona wins tonight, they'll be only 3.5 games out of first place. If the Padres prevail, they'll move to within 5 games of the top spot. A big game tonight. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Ross. A check of the Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. And some changes in that alignment, particularly in the infield. Middlebrooks and Barmas on the left side. Amarista at second, and Norris playing first base. Kemp and right, with Upton, Melvin Upton in center, and younger brother Justin Upton in left field, and Hitches, the 22-year-old receiver for Tyson Ross. Goldschmidt takes a strike.
Looks like a winning lineup to me.
I like that lineup half full, huh? Goldschmidt leads the majors in hitting, .358. And Ross jumps in front, 2 strikes.
Right out of the gate, Tyson Ross has got that feel for that slider. He's thrown it already a couple of times, and that's exactly where you want to throw it, to Paul Goldschmidt. We talked about his hot zone yesterday.
Goldschmidt has hit Ross well, .353. Just away, 1-2.
Tyson's picked up the rhythm as well. He's getting that rock, getting right up on that pitcher's plate, and wanting to go to work quickly.
He got a message from Washington last night that he better bear down. Brother Joe Ross, traded by the Padres to the Nationals, part of the Will Myers deal, strikes out 11 last night in a 4-1 win. He's now 2-1 for the Nats. 2-2. And he bounces that slider. Full count.
Well, like last night we talked about Goldschmidt, the pitcher is pitching to him down and away, down and away. Every pitch this at bat, down and away.
Well, they go 3-2 after a 2-strike start. He leads the National League most walks, 42. That's hampered his record, to be certain. And he walks Goldschmidt. So after 2 strikes, 4 straight balls, and the D-backs have their first runner. Let's go back to last night. Oh, he is a youthful look, doesn't he? Joe Ross took care of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then Max Scherzer today throws almost a perfect game, a no-hitter against the Buccos.
Oh, nice tight breaking ball right there by younger brother Joe Ross.
He's got the Ross slider, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
David Peralta hitting .262. He's 4 for 7 against Ross. Goldschmidt, a good runner. Ground ball up the middle, but shaded there was Amarista. He gets the force. Well, the Padres had Peralta defense perfectly. That was headed for center field. Story of the day, a no-hitter today and nearly a perfect game. 2 outs in the ninth and 2 strikes on Tampa, and Tampa didn't do much to get out of the way of that one, but is awarded first base, the only base runner, the final out made on the warning path in left field. And Scherzer and the Nationals celebrate a no-hitter. Both pitchers tonight working on a no-hitter after one.
You know, that was a topic of discussion. Tabata. You know, if I'm the umpire there, I'm calling him back. You got to make a better effort to get out of the way.
Yeah, he didn't try very hard.
But that's one of those you never see, Dick, you know?
Yeah. As we talked about it, you got to go all the way back to Don Drysdale when he was working on that record scoreless string. And Harry Wendelstedt against catcher Dick Dietz of the Giants. Dietz didn't get out of the way, and the umpire said, "You get back in here." Matt Kemp here in the top of the second inning. He had a rough night last night, 3 strikeouts in the 2 innings where the Padres had the bases loaded and second and third in the ninth. He was unable to come through. Out of play down the right field line.
Well, everybody has their own little routine that they go through to get focused. Yangervis Solarte really getting in touch with his inner self, getting his mind right.
He might be in there in 7 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. By the way, with the shift on the last out in the first inning, Peralta's ground ball, that was Barmas playing over on the second base side who made the unassisted put out. High fly ball foul. Oh, that's way up in the rafters. Kemp, Middlebrooks, and Barmas for the Padres here in the second. You know, the Arizona Diamondbacks talk about a frustrating season as you look at Middlebrooks. This is the 9th time this year they've been 1 game away from 500, and they've failed the other 8 times. And Kemp doesn't fail on that. A deep drive to center, and that's going all the way to the wall. Kemp on his way to second with a ringing double to center field. I'm sure that feels mighty sweet to Matt Kemp. He went to bed last night not a happy guy.
That's one of those where he hit on the sweet spot, and as a hitter, you hit it on the sweet spot, you don't even feel that ball as it makes contact. Out in front just a little bit too, but great extension. Look at the arms, fully extended, that ball outer half, and once again, easy swing. Robbie Ray supplying all the power. No chance for Pollock. He plays the bounce, and Matt Kemp cruises into second base with the leadoff double.
Now Padres with a chance here in the second. Middlebrooks the hitter. Ball 1. 9 home runs on the season for Will. Second on the club. Again, as we noted last night, Paul Goldschmidt plays as far off first base as any first baseman in baseball. He's almost over in the second baseman spot. One and one.
Look at how far he is off the line there.
So that allows the second baseman Owings to move farther over toward the bag, and they dare a pull hitter to go the opposite way. Middlebrooks might be thinking right field, trying to get Kemp over to third, a situational spot for him to hit. Ray did make it up with the Tigers for 9 games last year, was 1-4 with an 8+ ERA, and wasn't called up from the Arizona minor leagues until a month ago. Goes to the breaking ball or changeup. 1-2.
86 on the changeup, down and away. Not only perfectly thrown, but perfectly located as well. And when you take a look at the hits by direction for Will Middlebrooks, you talk about using the center of the field, you know, primarily pull, but left center to right field, nicely done. The majority of the hits going that way.
Yeah, he got it done. A ground ball to Goldschmidt. The long toss to Ray for the out, and Kemp moves to third. Now Middlebrooks gets the job done. And the keys to the game tonight brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, it'd be nice to get a solid 7 from Tyson Ross. He's going to go 6, maybe 7 innings. And runners in scoring position, drive them in. We just talked about that in our pregame show. The numbers aren't that good. The last 10 games, I believe, batting at .210 in that category. Yeah, well, possibility now for the Padres to do that right now and drive them in.
They were 0 for 6 last night, and now 0 for 1 tonight. Clint Barmas, a fly ball would do the job here. Inside, ball 1. Looked like he had a lot of movement on that fastball. Infield tight, hitter's delight. Lamb, Pennington on the left side, Owings and Goldschmidt guarding the right side, in on the edge of the grass. Up the middle and through for a base hit. Barmas delivers. The Padres take the lead as Kemp scores. It's 1-0. 6th RBI of the year for the veteran Clint Barmas.
Well, prior to this game, Robbie Ray has been really nails as far as runners in scoring position. Clint Barmas does a nice job of playing pepper right up the center. He knows that he's got power. Nice, short, quick stroke, getting the hands in and getting that barrel towards the middle of that plate and spanking that ball to center field. Didn't get jammed. That's a good piece of hitting right there.
And let's go back to Middlebrooks as well. A good piece of hitting. He didn't hit it hard, but got the ball to the right side to move Kemp over to third. That brought the infield in and opened the hole for Barmas. That ball maybe is fielded if the infield's playing back. Alexi Amarista had his 7-game hitting streak snapped last night. Now at 216. 1 out, RBI single from Barmas.
You know, that's a big deal for the Padres right now, because before this game with runners in scoring position for Robbie Ray, opponents were 1 for 19 in that category prior to tonight's game with no walk. So Padres coming through big time with Clint Barmas driving that run in.
Yeah, the Padres started in April, were terrific with runners in scoring position. They were second best in the league, 308 batting average. But since then, they're hitting .212 with men in scoring position. But Barmas comes through tonight.
You know, the key for me as I look at Robbie Ray, straight fastball. Sure, he throws 95, 96. But if he throws that ball a couple times around, you gauge that fastball and it's straight, you can do some damage.
Amarista, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup. He can't catch up with that fastball. 2-2.
Pretty consistent, 94 to 96 on the old number 1 from Ray.
Catcher Austin Hedges on deck. And a full count. And the majority, just as he delivered his fastball against the Angels, primary fastball pitcher so far tonight. 30th pitch coming up. It seems about 25 of the previous ones have been fastballs, right?
No question about it.
See if Barmas is going. No. And that's a good thing, as Amarista foul tip strikeout number 3.
Well, let's take a look from last year as opposed to this year. Yes, fastball heavy, as you were mentioning, Dick, 73%. Still has the good changeup. And if you could locate that and throw that changeup for strikes when you're heading the count, he's thrown a few good changeups already. You're going to have success, and that's exactly what he has done in the short time he's been with the Diamondbacks.
He's tossed out the slider, uses an occasional curveball. Hedges 3 hits in 30 at bats, including a home run. And this ball toward the hole, cut off by Lamb. He goes the short way for the out. And the inning comes to an end, but a combination of a Kemp double to center and Barmas single up the middle has produced the opening run of the game.
Up 1-0 here in the top of the second. Will Middlebrooks is playing with a heavy heart today in honor of childhood friend Corey Hawkins, who passed away on Monday. His funeral was today in his honor. On his shoe he has his initials and the date 6/15/15, the date he passed away. He said he knows the Hawkins family is watching today and wanted to play in his honor. So our heart goes out to the whole Hawkins family, and hopefully Will gives you guys something to cheer about today.
All right, thanks for that report. Yeah. We all are touched by tragedy, and unfortunately it happens to young people, and that's even more difficult. Dorn playing because Yasmani Tomas was hit on the elbow last night, a contusion. The x-rays showed no fracture, but mighty sore, so Dorn takes over. He's an infielder outfielder. There's only 3 so-called official outfielders on the 25-man roster for Chip Hale, but Dorn's a swing man. Long shot to make the big leagues. He was a 32nd round pick. Swing and a miss. Boy, Ross has good stuff so far. Second strikeout for him.
You talk about an exploding slider from Tyson Ross. We just saw it. That pitch there would have been successful against any left-handed hitter, not only Danny Dorn. Watch this location of the ball there, and then right off the table. No chance of squaring that one up.
Brings up Chris Owings, the second baseman. 233 hitter.
See Tyson right there after that pitch kind of slap himself on the left leg, kind of stay back a little bit, go towards the plate. Don't fall off towards the first base side. That messes up the release point.
That's in there, 2-1.
You know, everybody has their own little mechanisms. One for me was that as long as the ball was in my hand, my nose was going towards the target of the catcher.
Line drive to Middlebrooks. Oh, he was only 80 feet away from home plate. Take away the bunt from Owings, and that one was a smash at Middlebrooks. 2 away.
Sometimes you make a pitch, sometimes they square it up, and then it finds leather. And that's a big old-fashioned hang with him. Middlebrooks snares it for the out.
You have to have quick reactions that close to the hitter. Here's Wellington Castillo. Yeah, he takes the strike on the outside corner. Had an RBI double last night. Hasn't had many hits. 203 average. But he's made some of them count with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs.
The motion of Tyson Ross, as long as that ball is in your hand, have that nose going towards the target of the catcher. When the ball leaves your hand, as long as all your momentum going towards the plate, you're going to be on line. And then you can fall off a little bit.
It's a good little tip for you little leaguers. You know, if your nose is going toward the target, so is your head, and whatever your head does, your body's following.
And your release point is going to be consistent. And it's easier said than done, because that last pitch there kind of falling off a little bit. It happens to the best of them.
15th start for the big right-hander from Oakland, California. A couple of strikeouts. He now has 91. He started today 8th in the National League in strikeouts. Looper into shallow right field, and back goes the little ninja to collect it. A 1-2-3 inning for Ross in the second. The Padres have a 1-0 lead.
We're going to focus on Derek Norris. Not only do you have to call a big league ball game and take foul tips, what else do you have to do? Sometimes you have to get the ball, take the matters into your own hands as the runner. As he gets the ball 37 feet away, Derek Norris has to go 17 plus feet, and then the race is on. So what do? You dive. You lay out for your team, and you make the tag. That was challenged, but the final call was out at the plate. A nice job by Derek Norris.
Raced a big run at the time, but the D-backs and Goldschmidt went on to a 4-2 win. Ross leads off, fouls it back, 1-1. He has 3 hits this year, Tyson, in 23 tries. As we mentioned last night, it's quite unusual to be this late in the season, past mid-June, and the Padre pitching staff does not have an RBI. There's some pretty good hitters in that group.
That's right. They are very athletic. They put the ball in play, and that's a bet I would have lost.
Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout for Robbie Ray, his 4th. And our T-Mobile game changer involves the Arizona Diamondbacks pitching. Last 8 games, they're 6-2 with a fine ERA, 2.03. Opposing hitters batting just 2.04.
Now, that's one of the aspects of the Diamondbacks' big picture that's been really coming around lately. The defense has always been good. They're scoring some runs.
Melvin Upton, he struck out to start the ball game. Derek Norris on deck. One and one. Plate umpire tonight is the crew chief, John Hirschbeck. Norris playing first base tonight on deck. 92.
Kind of pulling the string a little bit on the fastball. Hey, it can happen. Pitchers will do that. Add and subtract, especially second time around. Number 3, here comes a slider towards the back foot.
Kept it outside, and it's 2-2. Second stop of this 3-team road trip. Outside, full count. Final game tomorrow. We'll be talking with you at 12:30 on Father's Day. Close out this series, then on to San Francisco and games Tuesday, Wednesday night, and Thursday day. High pop up. Right field. Easing in under it. Dorn. Boy, that ball was way up there. Almost hit the girders. 2 away. Derek Norris grounded to third, his first at bat. Almost beat it out. So tomorrow it'll be Andrew Kashner for the Padres against Jeremy Hellickson, the former Tampa Bay Ray. He's 4-4. Kashner looks for his 3rd win tomorrow. Going over the hitters tonight with bench coach Dave Roberts. Inside corner, 92. .341 against left-handers, Norris. Boy, what was wrong with that one?
I know, I shake my head sometimes when those pitches aren't called. So Derek Norris, rather than be in the hole 0-2, even count 1-1.
Ray throws a little against his body.
Usually, you're right.
Kites the ball that way.
Good point. Usually hard throwers will have a tendency to throw across the body. He goes from the third base side of that pitcher's plate, and as a right-handed hitter, he's coming right at that hip pocket. Right there. He's on the extreme third base side.
Tailing fastball, 93, levels the count.
I think I may have been fooled by the dirt on the rubber. See where Ray goes. He's pretty, the ball of his foot on his left foot is pretty much in the middle of that rubber. Pretty abbreviated. Yeah, he's at the middle.
And misses low and away. Full count. He was committed to go play with the Razorbacks at Arkansas when he was drafted. That ball drilled to left field. It's high and it is gone. Touch 'em all, Derek Norris. No doubt about that one. Sends it halfway up the bleachers and left. Number 9 for Norris, and the Padres claim a 2-0 lead. There's been a lot of puzzling things, well, not the 98.4 bat speed of Derek Norris that fans do. I mean, wave being one of them. But to me, the absolute most idiotic thing you can do is somebody hits a home run, you throw it back on the field. I know that's showing the disdain for the opposition and all. But you come to the ballpark and you get a souvenir deep to short, and a good throw made by Pennington. And that's the end of the inning, but not until Derek Norris rounds the bases with his 9th home run of the season. And in the middle of the 3rd, it's the Padres 2, the Diamondbacks nothing. So Derek Norris, catcher first baseman, has homered for the 9th time this year, and he's now hit 35 career home runs in 20 different ballparks. That's his first against Arizona.
Nice.
No doubter. Oh, you got to love him as a ball player.
Oh, I'll take him on my team any day of the week.
Take 9 of them.
Absolutely.
So 2-0, bottom of the 3rd. Cliff Pennington leads it off for Arizona. And he drives a line drive base hit. One hop to Upton. That's the first Arizona base knock. Let's go back to the home run, the pitch that he selected.
3-2, 93-mile-an-hour fastball on the left. You can see the location. He is on it. That a mistake? And that is a mistake type swing that every major league hitter should be able to pummel. And Derek Norris did just that. Look at where this one lands. Halfway up the bleachers in left center field. That is a poke.
That's 400 plus. Ray trying to bunt, and the throw to second base is into center field, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball. And fortunately for the Padres, they avoid disaster because the runner Pennington would have wound up at third base.
See if this ball comes up and hits Ray. Yeah, hit him in the left, right knee.
Quick call by John Hirschbeck, but Hedges not waiting for any call. He was firing through to second base. So strike one now to Ray.
Oh, where'd that miss?
A little low, apparently. 1-1.
Well, I guess down the middle doesn't count tonight.
That's low. Easy there, umpire.
Yeah. I stand corrected. That looked like a pretty good pitch, though.
Well, you got fooled because he was squaring to bunt. You normally don't miss those. 1-1. You know, you're talking about, as a pitcher, using your nose, a direct line to home plate as your beacon. You know, here in Arizona, they do that for you. They cut a path right to home plate.
You're absolutely right. That's a good call.
Just follow the path, line it up, and
follow the yellow brick road.
Right there. Good bunt. Norris has only one play. Pennington moves to second. Hedges throws out the runner on the sacrifice. 2-3 from catcher to catcher. Hedges to Norris. Well, in tonight's game, we're participating in the Home Run Challenge, and already we have one. $12,500 donated to prostate cancer research. So far, over $1 million has been raised around Major League Baseball, and you can make a pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org. So that blast by Norris, $12,500 more dollars.
Nice.
To charity. Pennington moves to second. Top of the order, A.J. Pollock grounded to second in the first inning. Had a couple of hits last night. Slider in there.
Hey, how about Robbie Ray doing his job, Dick? 4 sacrifice hits and 8 plate appearances for the Diamondback pitcher. So he's good with the bat, laying down the bunt.
That might surprise you that Pollock is 4th in the National League in total hits, behind D. Gordon, Goldschmidt, Aoki.
Doing it quietly. He always puts together a good at-bat.
Shortstop Barmes. Runner goes to third. Barmes throws out Pollock for the second out. And it'll be up to Jake Lamb. Now here's where it's an advantage for a young hitter to be in that second spot in the order with Goldschmidt behind him. You don't want to get to Goldschmidt. Yep. So Lamb's got to figure he's going to get pitches to hit. Not good ones if you're Tyson Ross. But you don't want to pitch around Lamb with this guy on deck.
I remember talking to Rich Aurelia all those years that he was hitting in front of Barry Bonds. Imagine the pitches you saw with Barry Bonds waiting on deck.
Yeah.
You get a lot of fastballs and you get some good pitches to hit because the pitcher doesn't want to walk you to get to Bonds. Good first pitch slider right there from Tyson.
Yeah, that's the pitch that struck him out in the first inning. Really enjoyed Bob Brenly and his commentary and admiration for Goldschmidt. And he's ahead 2 strikes on Lamb.
Yeah, he's 100% every time. And as he mentioned in the interview, pop up, 2 outs, he'll be standing on second base.
I guess there's no higher compliment than for a wizened baseball man like Brenly to say he does everything right. And he knows, he's former manager. 2-strike count. He got him again and strands the runner at third. Down goes Lamb, and Pennington stranded at third. After 3 here at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, the Padres 2, Arizona nothing. brought to you by Geico. July 27, 2013. It's the last time Padres hit back-to-back homers. Kris started it, and with 2 outs off Tyler Skaggs. Then after a pitching change, Chase Headley followed with a home run off Tony Sipp. The Padres went on to win that game 12-3 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. 3 runs allowed in his first 4 starts. 2 runs so far in 3 innings against the Padres.
Add on.
Matt Kemp doubled and scored his first time. 2-hopper to the shortstop Pennington. 1 away, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th. Will Middlebrooks steps up. Kemp doubled and then came home on Clint Barma's single for the first Padre run, and Derek Norris home run in the 3rd made it 2-0. Meanwhile, Tyson Ross, he's pitching tonight the way Padres coaches and players and fans hope he would pitch. Very efficiently. He's gone through 3 innings with 35 pitches. How many times has he struggled well into the 20s the first inning alone?
Well, to me, it seems like Tyson's just picking up the tempo, challenging these hitters with both his fastball and his slider, and not trying to make the perfect pitch. That's what it looks like to me.
High fly ball, center field. He just missed that, Middlebrooks. Oh, he got plenty of it. Pollock makes the catch for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Barmas, veteran shortstop, driving in the first run with a single up the middle.
Well, Dick, you know when I talk about pitchers thrown across their body, if you were to draw a line where, let's say the ball of his foot is right here and he follows through, that landing foot's going to be a little bit on that side. And if a guy throws, right on target where you draw that X and then straight line, he's going to be right on it. Ray has a tendency as a hard thrower to go towards across his body. That's what I mean when a pitcher throws across his body. And you get more torque that way. It's almost like a hitter. Mark Sweeney talks about generating energy from the stiff front leg, generating it into the top part of the swing.
Why is it that the left-handers seem to do that more than right-handers?
It does seem that way. You're absolutely right. But I think if you look at right-handers who throw like that, you could draw a line, and that landing spot's going to be across his body as well. See where his foot is here, and then where he lands? It's just a little bit across his body, generating that force up from that front stiff leg. Almost like catapult effect.
Well, you take the hard throwers, Clemens and Ryan.
Yeah.
And those, they came at you almost squared up.
Bob Gibson.
Yeah.
He fell off to the side big time. He threw across his body big time.
Two and two to Barmas. 2 outs, bases empty. The Padres leading 2-0 here in the 4th. Pop tie back toward us. Well, they announced the official temperature at game time, which was 7:10 here in Arizona. It was still 111 degrees.
To scorch you.
But with the roof closed, 79 degrees. The thermostat is set. Very comfortable. I'm not saying it was hot today, but I took.
How hot was it?
Well, I took my first breath and my nose hairs were on fire. I had a bottle of water with me and I was able to dose it quickly. No burns, but
it was so hot. I saw a sparrow pick up a worm with a pot holder.
That's why all these good folks from Arizona love to come over to our part of the world, and Del Mar Fair. Swing and a miss. He got him with the off speed. 5 strikeouts, matches Ray's career high. San Diego fans of the game. Contingent of Padre fans here. Be sure to hydrate now.
Oh, yeah, plenty of water. Plenty of Friar faithful making the trip over to Copper Square to cheer on their Friars.
Bottom of the fourth, Goldschmidt leads it off. After getting ahead of Goldschmidt, 2 strikes back in the first inning, Ross didn't give him anything close to hit and walked him, the only walk allowed. 1-1.
Stay tuned. We got a game break coming up. Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney will fill you in. Giants, Dodgers from Los Angeles. It's a final. Stay tuned.
Way outside. 94 on the Ross fastball. The Dodgers are playing like normal humans of late, and everyone has a chance to creep up toward the top, including Arizona and the Padres tonight. Winner moves up a game. That's in there. 2-2.
Good 92-mile-an-hour two-seamer coming back and getting that outside corner.
Fly ball deep to right. He has power to the opposite field, but that one is going to fall well short of the warning path. 1 out. He hits a lot of his home runs in that direction.
Pounding it down and away, giving Paul Goldschmidt right field. And Dick, you make a good point. We've seen him go that way, but you have to keep it outside. And the sound of the ball off that bat just didn't have that solid sound to it. More towards the end of the bat.
Peralta grounded out to the second base side. The shortstop Barmas was playing over there, as he is now. Second baseman Amarista in shallow right field. Barmas moves over on the second base side, and Middlebrooks, the lone figure on the left side of the infield. 1-1.
Wow.
Good swing, but he couldn't find that pitch. 1-2. Danny Dorn to follow here in the last of the fourth. 2-0 Padres. Clips that back foul. That is kind of interesting, isn't it, that Arizona 8 previous times, 1 game under 500. If they win, they're at 500. All 8 games they lose. Here they are tonight, 1 game.
Well, I like the trend.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Absolutely.
And it's 2-2 now to Peralta.
That looked like a changeup at 89. Tremendous movement off the table, but just low out of the strike zone.
Got him. It's that slider down and in. 4 strikeouts for Tyson Ross.
Here's the slider, and it's all about the location. Slider down and in, swings right over the top of it, hence the strikeout. Look at the drop on that pitch.
And that brings us to one of the highlights of our telecast, the Cholula flamethrower.
And with Tyson Ross 94 on the two-seamer, that's hot sauce.
4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 outs now. Danny Dorn. Foul ball. Dorn struck out his first at bat. .30 tomorrow, the final game of this 3-game set with the Arizona Diamondbacks. It'll be Andrew Kashner and Jeremy Hellickson. Hope you'll join us. Padres pregame show at 12:30, and a swing and a miss by Dorn. It's 1-2.
The pitchers stick together. Ian Kennedy on the left, Andrew Kashner on the right. Talking some ball. Love it.
Got another one. 5 strikeouts for Ross. He retires the side in order. We go to the 5th inning. The Padres lead 2-0. Little Ninja will be leading it off. All right, thank you. And of course, the Giants win makes it interesting for these two teams as well. As Robbie Ray to Amarista, he struck him out the first time. So the Giants are now within a half game of the lead. They finish up their 3-game series tomorrow, and the Giants have saved Bumgarner for the Padres when we go up to the Bay Area after this weekend series. Monday night it'll be Bumgarner against Despaigne. Derek Norris, when you hit a home run, you get the jiving going, don't you?
Oh,
Hey.
Get jiggy with it. Dancing with the Stars, here I come.
That was the funky pheasant he was doing there.
With that hairdo, yeah, you bet.
He is a character. High fly ball left field. That sends left fielder Peralta back a few, and now comes back in to make the catch. And tonight's cold hard facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp Coors Light. And the best winning percentage in the NL West here in the month of June. No one really doing very much except Arizona with a 10-8 record. All the other teams in the minus pool. So with LA not winning, everyone's staying within close touch of the lead, including Colorado. Colorado won today, so they're 8.5 back in last place.
Who's going to have that streak? 10 out of 12, 12 out of 16, right?
Well, the Padres certainly are due.
Yep.
Their longest winning string 4. Hedges grounded to short his first time. And he drives one into the left field corner. That's a fair ball all the way to the fence. The young Hedges is into second base with a double here with 1 out in the 5th inning. Good to see him swing the bat.
Well, Robbie Ray just did Austin Hedges a favor. And what I mean by that is he threw him a changeup. He's been blowing 95-96 on the fastball. When you throw a changeup, it speeds up the hitter's bat. It enables him, because of the slower pitch, that bat head will have a chance to travel out front, catch up to it. Hedges is out in front of it, and he hits the double down the left field line. Good at bat for Austin Hedges, staying on that changeup.
Chance to add to the 2-0 lead here in the 5th. Here's Ross. He struck out swinging the first time. Maybe this is the moment for a pitcher to get an RBI. Not on that swing. Back to Ross and his economy of pitching tonight. 50 throws in 4 innings. He only had 35 pitches for the first 3 innings. He threw 37 in the first inning at Colorado. Yep. Remember?
Yep.
Strike 2. He is on his game tonight. In the dirt. A ball, 2 strikes.
Threw him a changeup. First pitch of this at bat, a slider. That pitch there, a changeup. He's not just going to try to hump up and throw Tyson Ross a fastball.
Melvin Upton, the leadoff hitter tonight. He's on deck. 1 out. Hedges at second. Good take. Well, brother Joe had an infield hit last night on his way to that 4-1 win for the Washington Nationals, and 11 strikeouts. So Joe's got the bragging rights. 3-2. Well outside. Overthrew that fastball. And how about Matt Whistler, the Padres' top prospect, who traded to Atlanta, part of the Justin Upton deal. He went 8 innings last night for his first major league win, 2-1, and Jace Peterson knocked in both runs with a double. So Padre partnership winning that one. Full count. He went around, strike 3. Might have been ball 4. 6 strikeouts for Ray. That's his high in the majors. And here's Upton. He struck out and fly to right. So what do you have planned for Father's Day tomorrow?
You know what? I think I'll take in a big league ball game.
Hey.
Would you like to join me?
Let me think about that. Yeah, that's better than going to a ball game on a Big Dad's Day, huh?
Tell you, it's on me. I'll treat you to a big league ball game.
Everything? The whole works?
Sure. I'll get your transportation to the ball yard. I'll get you in the ballpark.
Can I go on a bus?
I've got a bus reserved for both of us.
Thank you.
And I promise you'll have the best seat in the house.
Can I take the elevator and go to the press box and go in the booth and everything?
On the itinerary.
Get me a cup of coffee?
Absolutely.
Breakfast? In the dirt, good block by Castillo. Isn't that a nice thing here in the cafeteria, the press cafeteria here at Chase Field? The gentleman who, you pay your little stipend, and he's got a message board there to show what the menu is.
Right.
And then at the bottom, he had my name there saying, welcome. Oh. Yeah, wasn't that nice?
It was very nice. Welcome, Hall of Famer Dick Enberg. Very nice.
And he wouldn't let me pay.
Hey.
So how about you tomorrow now?
You don't have to pay.
2-0 to Upton. To pay Robbie Ray. Get another run here. You know what I'd really like, though, for my Father's Day gift from you after you're going to be so nice to me, take me to the game tomorrow?
The victory?
I'd like to go to San Francisco.
Okay, we can, and you know what? How about a day off in San Francisco on Monday? I can treat you to an off day as well. It just gets better and better.
Give. 2-1.
Good to see Melvin come through here. Take Ray the other way, drive in a run.
All outside. 3-1 with Derek Norris on deck.
Everything is away. You can see what Ray is trying to do here.
Norris with his homer last time up. Three balls and a strike to Upton. Hedges with the double, still at second, 2 out. Way outside. And for Ray, that's his first free ticket. First and second for Derek Norris. And that'll bring pitching coach Mike Harkey out to the mound. Well, it would be nice for Norris to tag one like that again. That was a major league shot. Well over 400 feet for home run number 9.
And that at bat, you can see kind of all over the map for Ray. So Harkey out there with Castillo to go over a little scouting report. And pitch number 6 was the one he did damage. He got extended. It was outer third, just above the knees. And as always, Mike Harkey always animated out there talking with his pitchers.
So Norris a chance to do further damage after grounded out to third, the home run for the second Padres score. 2 on, 2 out here in the 5th.
See if he starts him off something off speed with that runner in scoring position. Or a located fastball down and away. Best pitch in baseball. Located fastball down and away.
Big hole right center for Norris. Yep, he goes off speed. Change up, taken. The home run by Norris just adds to his extra base hit total more than any catcher in baseball. And he tried to drive that to right. Since it's topical, Tyson Ross, and we mentioned 50 pitches to go through 4 innings.
Right.
Best of the season. Previous best was 53. So he's really on his game tonight.
He's dealing tonight.
He would feel even more comfortable if Norris can drive in some insurance here. 2-0. That's in there. That looked like another change.
Yeah, and you know, it had some funky spin on it, different break to it as well. I mean, that may have been a little tight slider, but.
Oh, he said he's not thrown that. Maybe a little curveball, huh? So he's ahead on the count, 1-2.
It definitely was not a fastball.
He and Castillo in a disagreement on this 1-2 pitch, so Norris takes a little time. Edges from second. Melvin Upton from first, ready to roll. Ground ball, but sharply at shortstop. Pennington over to Owings for the force. And the Padres leave 2 in the 5th. We're at the halfway mark in this one, with the Padres in front 2-0.
That you really appreciate that Chase Field has a roof. As Dick said at first pitch, it was 111 degrees outside, but a nice cool 79 here inside. When they built this in 1998, it was the only stadium that had a retractable roof and natural grass. So how do they maintain it? Well, in the mornings about 8 a.m. they open up the roof, they let the sunlight get onto the grass, and then 3 hours before game time they close it. Takes only about 4 minutes to close the roof, and then they start the air conditioning, get it to nice 78, 79 degrees. The amount of power that it takes for the AC to get it 30 degrees cooler would power 2,500 homes. But I'll tell you what, I'll take this any day over 111 degrees outside.
Right. Thank goodness. Now, how could the franchise survive if they had to play in that kind of temperature? Although a lot of minor league teams are playing in this temperature. Rookie league line drive caught by Middlebrooks. Another terrific play by the third baseman, as Owings has twice been robbed on line drives to the third baseman, and that one much tougher chance than the first one.
Hey, Chris Owings, you're hitting it to the wrong guy. Again, squares this one up, and Dick, as you mentioned, the first one was right at him. He has to dive to his right.
Boy, the sound of bat on ball and glove almost simultaneous. He's just 90 feet away on that catch. So one away. Castillo, soft liner to second his first time. One ball, one strike. One walk and 5 strikeouts for Tyson. Brings Castillo to his knees.
Well, look at that ratio. 38 strikes, 18 balls, total for 56. Tyson Ross is pounding the strike zone. Wiping him out with that slider.
There's another strikeout on the slider. His 6th. He can make hitters look a little silly with that terrific slider. You got to get yourself ready, and the bottom drops out of it.
I think tonight, up until this point, for Tyson Ross, he looks the smoothest. He looks like he is in sync. He is in one of the best grooves that we've seen him.
Cliff Pennington steps up. He has the only hit for the D-backs.
The most he threw was in the 4th inning, 15 pitches. That's doing pretty darn good. Pretty darn well, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good. Well, hubba hubba. 2-0. That's a strike. You'll be pleased to know that I've already edited out of my Cooperstown speech hubba hubba.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I took it out.
No. You have to say it.
Good pitch. 2-2 with Robbie Ray, the pitcher, on deck.
That's all you. I think you have to incorporate.
I'm just afraid that Eastern folk won't understand that. You know, that's more of kind of a Pacific Coast thing. Ground ball is short. One hop to Barmas. Quick flip across. Another 1-2-3 inning for Tyson Ross, but thanks to the glove of Will Middlebrooks, no damage done. A shot to the hot corner. Middlebrooks with a big play. Padres lead 2-0. Here's our Harris game summary. Pat Murphy looks at the first run scored after Matt Kemp doubled the center, and Clint Barmas brought him home. 1-0 in the second. In the third, Derek Norris, a long shot to left field. Number 9 for Norris, and a 2-0 lead. And Tyson Ross has been outstanding, and he's had some great defensive support. Middlebrooks taking a 2-base hit away from Chris Owings in that last inning. So on to the 6th. Padres will bring up Upton, Kemp, and Middlebrooks. Justin has struck out and grounded out. 2-4-0 for San Diego. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left for Arizona. Starts him off speed, a changeup. Norris with his home run, now 41 RBIs, just 2 behind Upton for the club lead.
Back-to-back changeups from Ray. trying to get Upton out in front on the soft stuff. He's not biting on that one, although that was a good pitch.
Kemp on deck with an RBI double, scored the first run after doubling. Ball, 2 strikes. So the Padres go on to San Francisco Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then back home. We hope you're making your plans to come out to Petco. Arizona, these Diamondbacks will be in a week from now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then a short 2-game set with the Seattle Mariners. And then back on the road again. Going soft on Upton in this at bat.
Only one fastball, and he fouled that one off. Change up. That was a slider, that last pitch. So he's mixing it up the 3rd time around.
High, and the count full. Got him. Caught looking. Upton didn't agree, but that's 7 strikeouts in the book for Robbie Ray. Manager Murphy, who has a good angle as to what the height of that pitch.
It looked like it had a chance to be up. It had a chance to be in as well, as it's the 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Looked pretty good from there.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, you know, that's right about the belt buckle. Whether it caught the corner or not, tough to tell.
So 1 out. Matt Kemp, a double and a ground ball to short. Ray's been a strike thrower. 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk. '94. What did he top out at? 96, 97?
I think I had it 96 earlier.
So as your point is well taken. You get a left-hander that throws like that.
Yeah.
Looks like the D-backs have another good young arm. 94 misses inside.
Let's take a look at the speed range from Robbie Ray. 96 to 79.
Only 23, folks. Misses there, 3-1. Speaking of lefties, Corey Lupke, another 1 inning last night at 3rd rehab. Nice. Did give up 1 hit and a run, a double. So he's gone 3 1-inning stints. Look at the shift now with the 3-1. They shift on Kemp, and he beats it anyway. They had 3 on the left side, and he drives that between the shortstop and second baseman for his 2nd hit. 1 out single. That'll bring up Will Middlebrooks.
Oh, it looked like a fastball again, and quick to the baseball. Foot was down, hands were back, locked and loaded, and driving. And beating the shift. 3 on the left side.
Dissected it.
Yep. Matt Kemp says, you got to be shifting me. He's on first base with a knock.
Middlebrooks has grounded weakly to first, but it was a productive ground out because it moved Kemp over to 3rd with 1 out back in the 2nd inning. And then Barmas delivered the base hit through a drawn-in infield to give the Padres their 1st run. Ball 1. Castillo going to visit with his pitcher, who's 93 pitch count now.
You know, the one thing I have noticed about Robbie Ray, good stuff, live arm. Sometimes the changeup coming up in a little bit too hot. What I mean by that is 95, 96 fastball, sometimes the changeup even 89-ish. As David Hernandez, the right-hander, warms up for the Diamondbacks.
He's just back from the DL.
Yep.
He had a shoulder problem. Kemp at first. There he goes. And the ball hit by Middlebrooks to right field, and Kemp has to hustle back. Here comes the throw by Dorn. Not in time. And Padres playing a little hit and run, but Middlebrooks got under it for the 2nd out. That was interested in a couple of historical items here in Phoenix today. One of which was
I love history.
On this day in 1922, you remember, 1922, Arizona celebrated its first radio station on this day in 1922.
What were the call letters?
KFAD, AM and FM. No, there was no FM then.
Right.
KFAD. I think they played "Celebrate" as one of the songs.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
my
one
favorites.
It's
yeah.
a big break, huh?
KFAD in Phoenix on the air on this date in 1922.
We got a game break coming up. Mike Pomerantz will fill you in. Mark Sweeney, Milwaukee at Colorado. Brewers Rocks. You miss doing radio, Dick?
Radio is the art form of our profession. I mean, television, the pictures are the star.
Right.
I mean, we just are here to make a lot of noise. We're the docents, if you will. We try to point out things and shades and hues and
right.
colors and hope that we add to your enjoyment. But the picture is the star.
Right.
But in radio, you've got to paint the picture for
That's
the
right.
audience.
That's right. Well, hopefully the viewers can watch Clint Barmas do some damage here and bring Matt Kemp home in HD.
Outside and low, 2-0. In fact, I've said it many times that people say, well, who are the best announcers, sportscasters? And I said, well, you listen to anyone who can call on radio this game, baseball. They're our best. They can do anything else. If you can, on radio, describe baseball in its finest form, then you can call any other sport.
You bet.
And when you think about through the history of the great sportscasters, hard to find one that you would call a Hall of Fame performer that didn't do baseball.
Right.
Going back to the very first two that won the Ford Frick Award at Cooperstown, the Broadcasting Award, in the same year they inducted Red Barber and Mel Allen.
Yep.
And as New Yorkers, they were the first national voices that most of us heard, even on the West Coast, on radio. Although I think the first telecast the voice was Bill Stern, who was better known as a football announcer. There's some interesting stories about Mr. Stern. He had a dramatic flair, didn't always have the right player, but
You talking about Howard Stern?
no.
The king of all media?
No,
Oh.
not. He doesn't even count.
Oh, Baba Booey.
Yeah, Howard's more of a foul tip. You know.
Oh, come on. He's a home run.
Well, I guess in some ballparks.
I'd like to see a home run right here from Clint Barmas.
I think I'll just try to alienate everyone today. You know, let's. Runner goes, and it's fouled back.
Oh,
Oh,
tough yes, he did. Tough to get that top hand on top of that fastball. He had the right idea.
So, young Robbie Ray has reached the 100 pitch mark. It's 2-0 Padres here in the sixth. 2 outs and Matt Kemp at first. Ray, by the way, leads off or scheduled to lead off the bottom half of the inning, so this is probably it for him.
Notice how the Padre hitters are fouling off some good pitches, making Ray work, especially out of the stretch.
Good take.
Very good take.
Full count. That'll get Kemp off. Early jump.
Significantly, Robbie Ray has gone to the off-speed pitches, change-ups. 5th inning, 22 pitches. This inning, 19, getting it up there. Again.
Tried to go to right field. He's got a big hole there. 8th pitch of this at bat coming up. Kemp getting in his road work.
And with each pitch fouled off, a lot of pitches this inning. First of all, the pitch count, but the frustration now is for Robbie Ray. Outfield plan to go the other way. Big gap in left center field. So you get elevated change up, split that left field gap. Chances are Kemp scores.
Broken bat, fair ball, past third. Kemp running all the way. Digging it out of the corner, Peralta. They're going to try to score Kemp. Here comes the relay. It's going to be close. High throw, and Kemp scores. Over to third goes Barmes, and the Padres lead 3-0. Barmes delivers again. A broken bat double. And it's 3-0 San Diego.
Great battle going on right there with Clint Barmes. And I mentioned off-speed stuff, but he has seen enough of Robbie Ray where he gets quickly to look at his hands nearly by his chest, shortening up those arms, getting that bat in the right position to put it right in between Lamb and the bag. And with 2 outs, cracking the bat, Matt Kemp is huffing and puffing.
That hit by Barmes, the baseball answer to a chip shot.
Yep. Great battles going on this inning as far as Padre hitters being patient, fouling off some good pitches, and Clint Barmes doing a fine job of spinning on that one.
And delivering today an RBI single to get the first run home, and now an RBI double here in the 6th inning. And Matt Kemp hustling hard with a 3-2 pitch. He's got to go. Now he feels it. High gear. And the throw being high on the relay, he didn't have to slide.
Yeah, that's why as an outfielder or a cutoff man, you at least got to short hop, one hop your catcher.
Because the throw allowed Barmes to go to third.
He's like a prize fighter in the corner with the towel on his head, having a cool drink after that run.
And Marista with 2 away.
That's 270 feet. Picking him up and putting him down.
Those wheels aren't quite as polished as they were a few years ago, but he got the job done, and it's 3-0. And Marista trying to pick up Barmes from third.
Or the body language of Ray also. A little bit of frustration showing from the left-hander.
Well, he's given up 3 runs today. He had given up only 3 runs in his first 4 starts total.
Hey, keep the inning going and give Matt Kemp a little bit of a rest.
Two 2-0. 3-0, and the ball gets away, but no one saw it, including the catcher Castillo. Barmes had turned his back and was going to third base. I don't know if he could have scored on it, a short pass ball, or.
Well, does he catch this ball and then on the? Oh no, it's off the glove. You're right, and it goes directly behind the umpire. So from his vantage point, Castillo couldn't see the ball initially because it was right behind the umpire.
And Barmes apparently didn't see it either.
Yep.
He had turned to go back to third base. So 3-0 the count. And 4.
He's way off.
Ball walk. This isn't the same rate that we saw at the start of the game, and that's going to be all. They would wanted him to finish this inning because his spot leads off the bottom half of the 6th and forces manager Chip Hale to use an extra player if he's going to pinch hit. So well done early for young Ray, but the Padres battling away. Derek him here in the 6th, leading 3-0.
we have a moment. Hey, you want an autograph from Derek Norris? Yeah, from that guy? Then mark your calendar for Saturday, June 27th. The first 200 fans in line at the Cox Retail Solutions Store. It's on Euclid Avenue. We'll meet Derek Norris and get his autograph. Plus, Fox Sports San Diego will be there to help you cast your vote for the 2015 All-Star Game. And remember to vote Padres. See you there at the Cox Retail Solutions Store on Euclid Avenue.
Yeah, Norris deserving of your handwritten vote as well for that All-Star Game, as David Hernandez is the new pitcher, brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
Oh, a lot of walks for David Hernandez in the short time he's been up here. Fastball, hard curveball, hard slider, everything hard out of the hand of David Hernandez, bouncing back from surgery.
Yeah, he had the Tommy John surgery. Runners at first and third. Austin Hedges with a double in his 2 at-bats. Hernandez returned to action earlier this month. High on that pitch. His first since 2013. He had Tommy John after the injury late in the 13 season. He also has had some shoulder problems this year. Hard throwing right-hander. There goes to the screen, and here comes a runner to score. Barmes makes it 4-0. A gift run for the Padres, and they happily accepted. That'll go on Ray's card.
Oh, it just yanks a fastball, and Castillo has no chance. Expecting that ball in one spot, then having to reach all the way across off the glove, and the Padres add on.
Amarista moves to second with 2 outs. So the inning started innocently enough. Upton struck out, then Kemp with a single. Fly ball out, Middlebrooks 2 away. Kemp still at first. Fouled at the plate. But Barmes with a broken bat double past third, got Kemp home from first. A walk to Amarista. Barmes moved to third on the throw to the plate. Walk to Amarista. Now Barmes scores on the wild pitch. So 4-0 San Diego.
Padres did a nice job against Robbie Ray. Third time around. Patient, fouling off some pitches.
2-2 now to Austin Hedges. Three RBIs. His limited duty so far this year, the rookie. Tyson Ross on deck. Did he go? Apparently no call there, and the count is full. Getting word that the Diamondbacks have just completed a trade with the Atlanta Braves. In a moment we'll bring that to you. It involves bringing Phil Gosselin from Atlanta here. Foul tip. Bronson Arroyo, who's on the DL, the veteran right-handed pitcher, goes to Atlanta, along with a highly touted minor league pitcher. I'm sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Toussaint. He's 19 years of age. Touki Toussaint. Three and two to Hedges. And he gets him with a breaking ball. Inning comes to an end, but the Padres, 2 more runs. As we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's 4-0 Padres. The big blow, Clint Barmes. RBI double. And the wild pitch helps as well. All right, Mike, and speaking of pitching, Tyson Ross working on a one-hit shutout, has retired the last 9 in a row. This is Aaron Hill pinch hitting for Hernandez, the relief pitcher, and the count goes 1-1. The only base hits, a single by Pennington back in the 3rd. Off the head of the bat, 1-2. So Robbie Ray goes 5 2/3 innings, allows 4 earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, struck out 7. It leaves the game trailing 4-0.
Will be interesting for Tyson Ross. Was it about a 15-20 minute half inning with the pitching change? So a quick inning hopefully here for Tyson.
High fly ball lifted to center. Melvin Upton camped out there. Squeezes the first out.
Well, Tyson Ross has got it working. He's working quickly, and let's check out the slider grip first of all. So now he incorporates it to the lefty, down and in, swing and a miss. Down and in, swing and a miss. And you know what I love? A broken record when the pitcher is striking out the opposition, and that pitcher is Tyson Ross. He has got the great feel for the breaking ball. All sliders, all lefties going down swinging.
That one pins the outside corner, strike 1 to H.A. Pollock, who has grounded out twice to second and to short.
And Dick, when he can locate that to the righties as well, good luck.
Broken bat, ground ball at Amarista for the second out. The barrel winds up near Middlebrooks at third base.
Hey, Monday our coverage of the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup continues as Alex Morgan, Abby Wambach, Megan Rapinoe, and Team USA continue their quest for a 3rd title as they take on Colombia in a win or go home match for both teams. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1, and catch the whole tournament streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Yeah, there's building interest in the United States with an outstanding team. I guess they're the favorite to win the World Cup. Great action, and you'll see it all here on Fox Sports 1. Whoa! Fastball lit at Jake Lamb's ankles, and he'll take first base, hit by a pitch. That's only the 3rd base runner for Arizona today, and it ends a string of 11 straight outs for Tyson Ross. He's walked 1, hit 1, and given up 1 base hit. Pennington.
Well, we know that sometimes he will yank his pitches, and that one's got to hurt. So he hits him on the foot.
You're almost on that bony protrusion in your ankle.
Yep.
Side of your ankle. So that puts a man on for Goldschmidt. That's not what Ross wanted to do. Give the D-backs a base runner for this big hitter who has walked and flied to right. Ground ball to second. There's the slider and an easy out. Boy, Tyson Ross pitching a gem through 6, a 1-hitter. 4-0 Padres. Brought to you by Sequan Casino, only 25 miles from Petco Park. And by Jack in the Box. Try the new Double Jack, only at Jack in the Box. Boy, that looks good, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what looks good. The line score for the Padres, and what that guy, big right-hander Tyson Ross, has been doing on the hill. That's tasty.
Get this, Mark Grant. Through 6 innings, Tyson Ross has thrown only 70 pitches. The previous best, 90 pitches in 6 innings.
Wow.
So he is on the top of his game. Not walking, not hurting himself, throwing strikes. Good rhythm, as you pointed out. He's not wasting any time between pitches. So here's Randall Delgado making his 27th appearance. He's a part-time starter, long reliever, good man in the pen. And Ross leads off for the Padres here in the 7th. First fastball at 92. One and one. Delgado was part of that big trade between Atlanta and the Diamondbacks a couple of years ago when Martin Prado and Nick Ahmed came over here, a couple of pitchers as well, for Justin Upton. And Chris Johnson going to Atlanta.
Well, he's a 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, slider, change, curve. Low to mid-90s. I guess you can classify him as a swing man as well. He's a guy who could start for you if needed.
He started against the Padres a year ago.
Yep.
Off the head of the bat foul, 1-2 to Ross, who has struck out both times.
And one of the few relievers, and I think it tells you a lot, coming out of the bullpen, he goes from the full windup. You don't see a lot of relievers doing that. Delgado, old traditional over the head, traditional windup coming right out of the bullpen. I like it.
High, 2-2. He has not started a game this year. All 26 appearances in relief. He'll throw an occasional long ball, 5 home runs in 31 innings. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. That's the 9th strikeout by Diamondbacks pitching today, and with 1 out we go to the top of the order. Melvin Upton. He walked the last time. He has struck out and flied out the other 2 at bats. You don't want Ross on the bases anyway. Get back in there, get a nice comfortable seat on the bench, get ready for the bottom half of the 7th.
Hey, my philosophy has always been this: if a starting pitcher, I'll take an 0 for 4, 0 for 5 night every time you go out there. Correct? That means you're in the game. You're getting some at bats. Your team is scoring runs, enabling you to stay in the game, and chances are you're going to get a W.
Upton with Norris to follow here in the 7th. Waved at and missed.
Good slider right there.
Back with a change, 1-2. That levels the count. Norris with a home run, a couple of groundouts this afternoon or this evening. Seems like afternoon with the roof closed, doesn't it? Ground ball pulled to third. Lamb there on 2 hops. And there's 2 away. And our closed captioning brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. I know you follow music. I'm going to talk to I've already given you my little radio nugget about 1922.
Sure.
The first radio station here in Phoenix. Are you old enough to remember? And it was a very popular song. I'm guessing back in the late 40s and 50s. ghostwriters. And I'll risk actually trying to give you a little of the lyric. Part of the lyric was yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo,
okay.
Ghost riders in the sky. And,
sounds familiar.
It was a very popular song. High pop up out of play. Well, what's important about it is Stan Jones was the gentleman who wrote the music, and he was an Arizonan. And back in 1924, there was a big storm, and an old cowpoke was working on a windmill with him and said, "Don't be afraid. It's only the clouds stampeding, and the Ghost Riders will get them rounded up soon, and everything will be all right." And then wrote this wonderful song, Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Nice.
That ball drilled foul. And the original recording, the big hit, was by Vaughn Monroe.
Okay.
But later, Johnny Cash has a recording as well. So, you know, if you get a chance, yeah. Ghost Riders in the Sky. Great lyric. And when you think about how this gentleman wrote a piece of music and a lyric around a storm,
sure,
tying it in with a whole cowboy theme.
Sure.
Nice.
And it's appropriate being out here in the desert as we are in Arizona, right?
It's the West.
I love the West. Love the desert, especially in the springtime, fall.
Let's do. They can do a duet for you.
A couple of Blue Jay scouts in disguise.
Yeah, they're not Orioles, that's for sure.
Or Cardinal scouts as well.
Yeah, they're talking. Hey, how are you going to pitch him here? Huh? What do you think? Huh? You going to get to eat pretty soon?
One of them's got a stopwatch. I saw.
Swing and a miss, and a couple of strikeouts for Delgado in the 7th. 4-0 Padres. Tyson Ross working on a one-hitter, and apparently the regional Emmy Awards are being held tonight in Palm Springs, and Fox Sports San Diego has won 3 Emmys. And we thank Trevor Hoffman was my guest on the Cup of Coffee show.
Very nice. Congratulations, Professor. Always a good view of the Cup of Coffee with the Professor.
And the Padres Live, our pre and post game show, our total team that covers Padre baseball and winning an Emmy as well.
They do a great job as always. Mike Pomeranz and Mark Sweeney, the team there. Congratulations to all the way around.
Defensive change for the Padres. Alonso in for Norris at first base. Chicks dig something.
The long ball.
And there's another strikeout for Tyson Ross. They better dig the strikeout, and some terrific pitching from Tyson Ross. That is his 7th strikeout. as Peralta has been nailed twice by the good stuff of Ross.
Well, a couple of things as we take a look at Yonder Alonso at first base. Tyson Ross is staying on line with home plate. That means he's consistent there. That means he's consistent with the release point and consistent with the result of that biting slider. Biting like a mule.
And that's no kidding. Those mules can bite.
Yeah, they can. You know what I've noticed also about Tyson tonight? When that fastball is about 92, 93, he's got tremendous two-seam movement on it as well.
Danny Dorn, ground ball to the right side, and Alonso is tested immediately. 3-1 on the putout. 2 away here in the 7th. And tonight's game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. Chris Owings, he is hit in serious tough luck. He has blistered 2 shots, pulled them sharply toward left field, but the first one right into the glove of Will Middlebrooks, who is playing on the edge of the grass 80 feet away. The last one forced Middlebrooks to do a somersault tumble and catch to deny him a double.
Well, you just saw Will Middlebrooks go over to talk to Tyson Ross and say, hey, do me a favor. He's going to hit, make it a little softer, please, than those 2 line shots. Maybe like a nice 2-hopper, belt buckle high, please.
He's playing right bag high now. And that ball is really hit. Left center field deep. How far will it go? To the wall on 1 hop. And on his way for 3 is Chris Owings. And he will make it easily. A stand-up triple. Well, he's the one Diamondback that has solved Tyson Ross today. Everyone else has had trouble even hitting a loud foul, but Owings 2 line drive outs and a triple.
Probably one of the few bad pitches that have caught a lot of home plate tonight out of the hand of Tyson Ross. Let's take a look. It's a slider. It's just above the knee. It's outer third, so it enables Owings to get extended. And Melvin Upton Jr. hits the skids here. And as he tries to plant, his right foot comes out from under him.
And he's had some foot problems. That's why he was on the DL start of the year. So let's hopefully he hasn't aggravated that injury. Castillo, soft line out to second and a strikeout. And Tyson Ross probably trying to get out of this inning and preserve his shutout bid.
Wow.
He's 1 strike away from accomplishing that. Padres do not have a shutout performance this year by the starting pitcher, a complete game shutout. Owings at third. Here comes the 2-strike pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Young Hedges. That saved a run.
Yeah, 3 sliders in a row. 2 to get ahead quickly 0-2, and then 1 to try to have him expand the zone and swing, but a nice block, saving a run by Austin Hedges.
Padres do have a team shutout, a couple of those, but not a complete game shutout.
Fastball up.
And the ball is hit up and deep to right field, and that's going to go off the wall. Run scores. And into second goes Castillo. It's 4-1. Now Ross rolling along. 2 outs in the 7th, and lightning strikes. Owings with a triple, and Castillo with 2 strikes on him, an RBI double.
Well, kind of wish he would have thrown him a slider down and away here because nobody has hurt Tyson Ross. And that pitch right there, he gets enough on top of it. Look at this Castillo. Actually, it looks like he's trying to get up on top of that ball by straightening his legs a little bit. Hits it solidly to right center field off the wall. You know, previously in that bat, he looked sick on 2 sliders.
And that has the phone ringing in the bullpen, and Brandon Maurer is the first to answer.
Hey, not far from going out. That ball about halfway up that right center field fence.
Here's Cliff Pennington, a single, and that was the only hit allowed by Ross until this inning. Pennington single back in the 3rd. 4-1 now, the Padres lead. So this crowd of 33,649 has been on mute for most of the game because of Ross's dominance, but having a chance to cheer here in the 7th. Yasmani Tomas is out of the dugout. He's in the on-deck circle. That's a strike, 1-1. Tomas not in the starting lineup. He was hit in the elbow last night. At left elbow.
Infielders diving on a ground ball in the hole, prevent that run from scoring.
2-1. So Owings with a long triple to left center field with 2 outs, and Castillo down on the count, 2 strikes, able to belt one off the wall in right center. And so goes the shutout bid. Nice play by Ross. That long range of Ross, able to snare that one. And the inning comes to an end. Couple of hits and a run for the D-backs. It's 4-1. And that the 5 teams in the West all have to figure they've got a chance. It only separates top from bottom 8.5 games from the Dodgers down to Colorado. Delgado to Justin Upton to start the top of the 8th inning. 4-1 Padres lead. If the Padres can hold on to the lead, they move within 5 of the Dodgers, who lost to the Giants again today.
Got to get that run back.
Upton has struck out twice and grounded to short. Kemp with a couple of hits next, and then Middlebrooks. Three and 0. Well, with a 4-1 lead, one has to figure that the green light's on here for Justin Upton.
If he likes it, why not?
And he swings and fouls it away. Modest shift. Second baseman Owings shaded closer to second. Now he backs off a little bit.
Castillo between Goldschmidt there. Go the opposite way, but pretty much a pulled guy, Justin Upton.
And he earns a walk. Leadoff walk. Opens the door here in the 8th. Brings up Kemp, a single and a double. He scored 2 of the 4 runs.
This is where you got to put pressure on these Diamondbacks. Get that run back late in the game, top of the 8th.
Nice crowd on this Saturday night, 33,000 plus. Infield set for a double play chance. That opens up the right side with Goldschmidt anchored to the bag. Strike 1. Well, that's an easy 95.
Yeah, good arm. We saw a nice arm in Ruby De La Rosa last night. Delgado the same way. Nice and easy from the right side, 95.
Just 25 years of age. Panama.
A slider there.
And the D-backs acquired him 2 years ago. He was primarily a starter. 19 out of his 20 appearances. Then only 4 starts last year. It should be 2. 6, 4, 3, an easy double play. That was a room service one hopper to shortstop Pennington.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Will Middlebrooks 0 for 3, a ground out, a couple of fly balls. He's just missed a couple.
Yep.
Skying deep, almost hitting the girders. Try to straighten one of those out. Bounces a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Foul ball. This was a significant day in American history as well, going way back. 1782, Congress approved the U.S. Great Seal. They decided the bald eagle should be on that seal.
Love the bald eagle. That is not a bald eagle right there.
High fly ball again. He has just missed it. Man, that's a giant fly ball. And another out. Nothing for the Padres in the 8th. 9th in the order will lead off the bottom of the 8th. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco. What we feed them matters. And by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. Tyson Ross back out on the hill here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's thrown 85 pitches and was flawless until the last inning. Gave back-to-back extra base hits. And the first pitch to the pinch hitter, Yasmani Tomas, just misses the slider.
This is where you start smelling the CG, complete game, for Tyson Ross.
Ball lifted to right center. Melvin Upton with a casual catch, one away. Brings up the leadoff man, A.J. Pollock.
Center field, A.J. Pollock.
Again, the Padres do not have a complete game effort this year. Ross would love to be the first to accomplish that, what has become more and more a rare feat. We had one today, a complete game in Washington. Max Scherzer, in case you hadn't heard, a no-hitter, almost a perfect game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, up and in. That was a breaking ball, and Pollock wasn't going to wait to see if it was going to snap. He's getting out of there. He has grounded twice. Well, actually 3 times. Twice to second, once to short. Shortstop Varmus, that quick delivery of his, and there's 2 gone.
You know, we talk about the complete game. How about chewing on this little nugget? Individual pitching in the history books for the Padres. The most complete games in a single season. 1976, Randy Jones had 25.
Padres in the next 15 years may not have 25 complete games.
25.
A lefty.
And in the same year, he started 40 games in 1976. The Cy Young Award winner did.
2 outs, and Jake Lamb has struck out twice and was hit in the ankle by a pitch the last time.
Of those 40 starts in 76, he won 22.
That's a strike. I don't want to jinx Tyson Ross, but it is a fact that we need to share with you. Ross has allowed only 3 home runs all year. He and A.J. Burnett are the only pitchers in the National League that can make that statement. He has not allowed a home run his last 9 starts. That's the longest run in Major League Baseball. He's keeping the ball in the yard. And 1-2, now 2-2 to Lamb.
Throw him another slider here, down and in.
The Padre record is 12 consecutive starts without giving up a home run. Jake Peavy and Chris Young in recent history. That was 2007. Didn't miss by much, and that's only the second 3-ball count of the game. The other when he walked Goldschmidt back in the first inning. Strike 3 call. Lamb looking at that slider. Number 8, Tyson Ross, 3 outs away from that elusive complete game. The Padres in front 4-1. Padres dancing. Derek Norris with his 9th home run of the year, leading the way. 4-1 Padres as we go to the top of the 9th inning, and there's more news on the Emmy Award presentations tonight. And congratulations to our director Michael Odino, who directs our Padre telecasts, and technical director Tom Canole, very much involved in the Padre telecast, the pre and post game show. Their great work being rewarded.
Absolutely. Congratulations to those two good eggs right there, Michael Odino, Tommy Canole, and also to you, Professor. Great interview. Cup of coffee. Love it.
Yeah, when you get a guest like Trevor Hoffman, it's kind of a can't miss, isn't it? All right, top of the 9th inning, and Addison Reed comes in to pitch for the D-backs, product of Rancho Cucamonga and San Diego State. He was the closer last year, has relinquished that role to Brad Ziegler this season. He does have 3 saves. And Clint Barmes with an RBI single and an RBI double, a hitting star today. And it's time for our Bill Howe plays of the game, and on cue, Clint Barmes. That's the base hit that brought in Kemp for the first run of the game, and then an add-on in the 6th inning, a broken bat double that scored another. Scored Kemp on both occasions.
He's having a good night at the plate.
Had 5 RBIs coming into the game and picks up a couple more tonight. Two and two.
You know, while I have a second, just to elaborate on the Emmys, where Michael Odino, our director, won an Emmy.
Right.
What's so great about the Fox family, we've got KRIS Withers sitting in tonight directing, a fine gentleman doing a great job.
Another sharply hit ball by the dive of Lamb. That's in the corner, and Barmes continues. A big night as a Padre. 3rd hit for Clint Barmes. A leadoff double.
Hey, a great job at the plate tonight for Clint Barmes, and a great job by director KRIS Withers, because he's got a cut to that down the left field line. So let's go back to the pitch and the swing of Clint Barmes. Let's check it out. Foot is down, hands are back. Recognize it. Hands are in again to get that barrel of the bat out front here so he can keep it fair.
KRIS didn't do that drawing, did he? I mean,
no, he did not, but he did cut to this ball down the left field line nicely, enabling our viewers at home to get a good look at it.
And he is the regular director up in Minnesota, isn't he? And Little Ninja drives one to left center field. That's up the alley. Barmes scores easily. Here he comes. Amarista around second. He's into 3rd with a triple, and the Padres lead it 5-1. Addison Reed rudely greeted. A double by Barmes, a triple Amarista.
Great job by Alexi taking Addison Reed the opposite way, splitting that left field gap. Hard holding back the smiles on that Padres bench.
Now the bats have been quiet. They've been averaging 2.7 runs a game the last 10 games. They've got a 5 spot up there now.
And all eyes are on Amarista. A lot of Padre fans here in Arizona rooting him on. Slides in just to play it safe. Nice pop-up slide. Nice at bat.
Got him out tomorrow in Turf Paradise. So no one out, and Hedges with a chance to drive in another run. Infield playing up, not all the way to the infield grass. Austin with a double and 3 trips.
Well, Dick, in our pregame show and before the game, we talked about the lack of production with runners in scoring position in the offense. Well, they've answered tonight, doing a fine job so far. 5 runs, getting that run back that the Diamondbacks scored at the bottom of the 7th.
Barmes hydrating there with a 3-hit night. Padres 2 for 6, runners in scoring position. Ground ball to short. Amarista holds his ground, and Hedges out 6-3. And Tyson Ross is going to bat here. He's only thrown 95 pitches to get through 8 innings, so Padres want to see him get that complete game, and maybe the first RBI by a Padre pitcher all season long.
And I think it's an easy decision for Pat Murphy, talking with bench coach Dave Roberts. Hey, just let him go. Let him do his thing. And doing his thing, he is tonight.
He has struck out all 3 times. But he drives this one high to center field. He got a lot of that one way back into center field and off the base of the wall. Ross is around second. He's on his way to third. He's got a stand-up triple. And the Padres lead 6-1. Oh, my. He hit it to the deepest part of the yard, a 400-foot triple. And the Padres, indeed, that pitching core has an RBI. Double, triple, triple off Addison Reed. I'm guessing that's his first career triple. We'll double check on that. It is his first 3-base hit. Tyson Ross. And here's another shot. Melvin Upton to deep left field. He will touch them all. Oh, what a barrage against Reed. 2 triples, a double, and now a home run. His first as a Padre. And the San Diego Padres explode in the 9th inning and lead it 8-1.
Well, they come in bunches, don't they?
And a Saturday night special is 9th inning.
2-seamer leaking middle in, and Melvin Upton Jr. just dropping the head on that one, sending it a long way.
Alonso bats for the first time. He's hitting in the 2nd spot after relieving Derek Norris, who played first base, not catcher today. And Alonso lifts one high into shallow left. A long run for shortstop Pennington, and makes the catch in foul territory. 2 away.
Nice to see Melvin Upton Jr. getting into the act as well. Hey, going back to that triple from Tyson Ross, we got word from the dugout that Jose Valentin predicted a home run off the bat of Tyson Ross. He wasn't too far off.
No, he struck the base of the wall 405 feet away. The base is empty as Upton bats. He has walked, struck out twice, and grounded to short. That's only the 2nd triple by a pitcher in the major leagues this season. Young Lawrence at Cincinnati had a 3-base hit. One and one.
Nice going, Melvin Upton Jr., and hopefully they give Tyson Ross a little bit more of a breather on that bench. It's a lot of running for the big right-hander.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Upton. Now they've broken it loose here in the 9th. 4-1 game suddenly reads 8-1 San Diego. Count stays at 1-2. Breaking ball and well outside. So Tyson Ross, a great pitching performance, allowing just the 1 run on 3 hits, and now adds a RBI triple and scores a run himself here in the 9th. I bet he'll be calling young brother Joe. You know, what was that hit you got yesterday? An infield hit? How about this one?
Yeah. Hey, you know, you make a good point, because brothers now in the National League, right, they're going to have pitching bragging rights and hitting bragging rights. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of that going on.
Well, Joe struck out 11 in the 2-1 win against Pittsburgh yesterday. Check swing and another walk to Upton. Fans a little unhappy with Addison Reed, aren't they? They've been booing since he first took the mound. And here comes Chip Hale. He doesn't like what he's saying either. And Oliver Perez has beckoned from the bullpen, former Padre left-hander. Reed gives up 4 runs, all on extra base hits. A double, 2 triples, and a home run. A rough ninth for Reed. Matt Kemp waits. Inning to take an 8-1 lead. Oliver Perez will pitch to Matt Kemp. Kemp, the 8th man to bat.
Well, for Oliver Perez, lefty taking his warm-up pitches, this will be the 31st game for the veteran left-hander. Oliver's fastball slider change, high 80s to mid 90s.
He's reinvented himself a couple of times in his career, hasn't he?
He sure has.
Well, when he first came up with the Padres, he had electric stuff.
Yeah, and kind of all over the place as well. Sometimes you can get a little erratic as Addison Reed now sits on the bench, but you know, the whole key for Oliver Perez, like any lefty who's a little erratic, to get ahead. See if Matt Kemp can keep it going.
A double and a single. He scored twice, grounded out and grounded into a double play the last time. Justin Upton at first. 2 outs here in the 9th, and rips that one foul past Glenn Hoffman. Well, what appears to be the rubber game of the 3-game series will be tomorrow, 12:30 our TV time here on Fox Sports. San Diego. Cashner against Hellickson. Andrew hoping the Padres saving some of those runs for him. They haven't supported him very well this year. Slow breaking ball in for a strike. 0-2 to Kemp. Eight runs, 10 hits for San Diego. 1 run, 3 hits for the home team. Ground ball foul past third. Out in front was Kemp, and he's going to need a new stick.
A lot of love throughout the whole lineup tonight for San Diego as they've crossed home plate 8 times. Up and down the order. You know, if there's a Padre that didn't get a hit, somebody they got on base with a walk, Justin Upton with no hits but 2 walks.
High fly ball to right, hit well. That chases right fielder Dorn to the warning track for the out. Now the Padres 4 runs on 4 extra base hits, double, triple, home run. And it's now at 8-1 San Diego lead. And Tyson Russ in the midst of the hitting. Upton with a 2-run homer. As he goes to work in the 9th inning, Goldschmidt, Peralta, and Dorn working on an 8-1 lead. And he's gotten Goldschmidt to fly out, ground out. He did walk him in the 1st inning. Peralta and then Dorn to follow. Tyson pitched 2 complete games last year. A beauty in Cincinnati, a 3-hitter, a shutout, and he lost a complete game in Los Angeles. Cashner, the last to go the full 9 last September against the Phillies.
And Andrew pitching tomorrow, so he's got a full-on scouting report watching Tyson Ross going after these Diamondback hitters.
That one goes all the way into the upper deck.
And how about Andrew Cashner? Pitched on Mother's Day, and he's going to have a chance to pitch on Father's Day as well.
At the parental quinella. Derek Norris will probably be his catcher tomorrow. They're already going over the hitters.
Yep.
There's a base hit. Goldschmidt back through the middle. You just can't keep him quiet for very long. The leading hitter in the major leagues is 1 for 3 tonight. Well, I guess the ceremonies for the Southern California Emmy Awards now complete. And there is the list of Fox Sports San Diego winners, including, you'll remember the terrific job everyone did at the Tony Gwynn Memorial at Petco Park. That certainly deserved a special events Emmy. There, congratulations to all, especially to our general manager Henry Ford and Jeff Bile, our executive producer. They have to be proudest of all. They put this team together, and they're the inspiration for all of us. Here. Great leadership from the top. Good things happen.
Great team, huh?
You bet.
Great team coming to work every day and working with the people we get a chance to work with. You bet.
You always use that expression, good eggs. Well, we don't have any bad ones.
No. It's all good.
Yeah. Now and then you open that box, you know, and there's one cracked one that's leaking in there. We don't have any of those. Is there anything more disappointing getting a dozen eggs and there's one, you open it up and
brutal?
Yeah. Peralta has struck out twice and grounded out. Ross now over the 100 mark in pitch count. Everybody rooting for him to finish his own deal. Just missed inside, 2-2.
Yeah, earlier in the ball game, a lot of lefties swinging at that slider down and in for the strikeout. Peralta laying off that one, as just in case, Sean Kelly heating up for San Diego.
Got him. Nice. Third time Peralta struck out. One away here in the 9th. 9 strikeouts for Ross. And here's the National University standings, updated with the Giants beating the Dodgers 6-2 today in LA. And they're only a half game out. Arizona and San Diego gaining a half game, but the winner gets the other half game. So should the Padres hold on, they'll be 5 out and tied. Yeah, actually Arizona will be 4.5 and the Padres 5 back. So a big rubber game tomorrow. Season high now for Tyson in the strikeout column, 9. Dorn has struck out twice and grounded to first. 0-2. Hitting his spots.
Yep.
Yeah, we've all said it. I know a lot of you fans have felt it. When Tyson Ross it has his control and command, he's as good as anyone. He's just hurt himself with walks throughout the course of this year. Foul ball.
And we mentioned it earlier, but upbeat tempo also from Tyson right out of the get-go. He was getting that ball and going right after these Diamondbacks. Walked one in the first inning, and then after that, pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, before the game today, more than one of the writers and media people here said, how can Tyson Ross with his stuff be 3-7? And it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and most of it has been just not getting a lot of run support and walks hurting him.
And also, don't forget, this venue, this ballpark, is really not the best place for a lot of guys. Ball has a tendency to fly. They can jump on you in a heartbeat.
And the dryness of the air, sometimes your breaking ball doesn't snap the way it does. No wind. He has pitched to beauty. Needs a couple of more outs. The inside, 1-2. So Ross, if the schedule holds as it is currently designed, will pitch the opener when the Padres come home next Friday against these D-backs. Ground ball to second, could be two. There's one, back to first base, a double play. And Tyson Ross has pitched the first complete game of this 2015 season. A beauty. A 4-hit, 8-1 victory for San Diego and Tyson Ross. And the other good news, 2 more home runs hit by the Padres today, and that's another $25,000 raised for prostate cancer research. Make a donation, fans. Go online to homerunchallenge.org. So the Padres and D-backs have split the first 2. The final score, San Diego 8, Arizona 1. Here's Mike Pomeranz.